Hey, all you freaks and fairies, and welcome to the Disgruntled Traveler podcast. I'm your host with the most, Tammy, and I'm here to tell you what this is all about. This podcast represents the dark side of travel, the stuff that your friends and family don't tell you about when they're on the road, because they don't want to have to hear, I told you so. You shouldn't have went there. I knew that was going to happen. You know how it is when you go on Instagram and you see all those fantastic pictures that your friends post and about their vacation and everything is peaches and cream. Well, I'm here to bust that myth or pop that bubble or cherry, whatever you want to say. And that's how this podcast was born. I am the disgruntled traveler because I have been through some shit on the road. I slow travel. I quit my job back in March of 2023, and I've been on the road ever since. So I think I have a little bit of stories to tell you. I have actually started out in Malaysia back in March of 2023. I worked my way through 10 months all through Southeast Asia. Just this past month, I went into Turkey, and now I'm currently in Albania, and I'm still traveling. So I have quite a bit of freaky stories to tell you that's happened to me on the road, and I can't make this shit up. These are real-time stories that I want to share with you. Now, why do I want to do that? What's the purpose of that? Well, I'll tell you what the purpose is. Either one, you're going to relate to these type of stories because maybe you've been through it yourself and you're like, oh, I'm not crazy after all because somebody else went through the same shit that I did, right? Or number two, you've never been through it and you're like, maybe I can learn from that. I don't want that stuff to happen to me. So I'm just saying, that's why I want to share this, and that's how this podcast was born. So if you're into this kind of shit, then you need to download this podcast, save it in your back pocket, and get ready for the wildest ride of your life. Because, man, do I have some stories to tell you. And remember, I am the Disgruntled Traveler.